Any time of year, the weather that we experience today would make driving treacherous, but it was particularly dangerous today as we take a look at the roads, which are still very slick here tonight in West Bend. Particularly dangerous because people were not expecting the snow. And in Washington County, that had some extremely serious consequences.
It is freezing outside. Today we are doing a video on the comparison of the street tires in the snow compared to the snow tires in the snow and why they're better. I don't know if you can hear me.
You might be asking yourself, wow, obviously snow tires will be better in the snow than street tires. But we're going to show you how an actual snow tire is made to be better than the street tire.
We're going over a stopping test, a takeoff test, and then we're also going to be doing a turnability test.
So let's get right into it. Ah! Alright, so this is going to be the takeoff test. Street tires. Look at that. Alright, so now we're going to start the brake test. So he's going to be coming in and he's going to slam on his brakes and we're going to see how far it takes him to stop. What do you think?
It sucked.
How much did he slide?
The whole way. It's like on ice skates.
Nice.
They suck. We're gonna head back home, put on those snow tires, and come back and see the difference.
So what just happened while we were out there? First, let's go over your takeoff. All four wheels spun.
Yeah. Yep. There's nothing. It's like you, even with getting on it slow, trying to ease into it, it slips. And right when I started off, I automatically started going diagonal, not even going straight. So these tires, they suck for taking off.
Yeah, what did it feel like when you feel all four spinning?
Yeah, you can feel it. It kind of just feels like you're just like getting sideways without even trying. Just kind of go with it.
Let's talk about the brake test.
The brake test, it kind of depends. Depends on what brakes you have. Depends on if you slam on the brakes, which lock all the tires up, or if you ease into the brakes, or if you feather the brakes. What I was going for was more of just a normal person if they were to freak out, floor the brakes and you just slide. So.
And you slid pretty much the whole way, right?
Yeah, they slide.
And then some turning. How'd the turning feel?
The turning, at first, it understeers, you kind of keep going straight.
Right.
And then after a couple seconds, it whips around, and then you kind of just stay sideways the whole time. And then it eventually catches once you go slower.
That pretty much sums up our kind of review of the summer tires, or the street tires if you want to call them. Pretty much all aspects of street tires do not work in the snow. That's why they sell snow tires.
I can't wait to put on these purple sparkle wheels. If you haven't watched that video, it's at the top.
Alright, now that the tire is off, you can see, look at the wear bar. It's pretty close to almost all the way there. You don't want it to get that low, and you can see it's actually a lot less tread on the inside. So just look at all this compared to what we're putting on right there, a lot more meat. Most summer tires won't be as bald as this, but still the tread pattern isn't meant to be gripping through snow.
Yeah, these things suck. When it's not wet outside and snowing, they're pretty good. They get more intact with the pavement, which equals more grip. But what you're going for during the snow is more digging, more getting down to the surface, and not riding on top of the actual snow, which is what these do, and they suck.
These tires are the Cooper Xeon ZPT, which he said good for summer, not for snow, obviously.
The tires that we're putting on for winter, they're the Bridgestone Blizzaks. And I've heard from a couple people that they're pretty good snow tires, but we're gonna put them in tests to find out for ourselves. So we got one wheel on. Finally, we can put them on the car. How you like them?
Look pretty sick.
Yeah, it's funny because they're all sparkly and nice.
I like the change in lug nut length because the other nuts set in a little bit farther and these ones just sit out. I like that. Adds a little bit more character.
We're gonna go ahead and do the rest of them. Get this boring part over.
This is launch number 2, winter tires. Look at that. There it goes. So now we're gonna do the turn portion with the winter tires. He's going to go out and turn in front of the pole. Let's see it. Good?
Way better.
How was that?
So if you floor the brakes, they're pretty much the same as any tire. If you gradually do it, it's a lot better. This is my brother, by the way. He's weird. Any more tests?
Drift test.
Drift test? Sounds about right.
We wanted to talk about what happened with the second set when we had the snow tires on, because we never actually got back around to talking about what was going on with those tires. So, as you saw in some of those clips with the winter tires back on, we didn't really actually get back to the camera to explain what was going on with those tires. What did you tell me what you felt there? First, we'll talk about the takeoff. We're gonna show it right here. See in this part, you really just gripped with these new tires and just went right away. How'd that feel compared to the summer tires?
Yeah, it was a lot faster because most of the speed that I was trying to get with the summer tires, I was going sideways, and I think besides the fact that it was on a slight hill, it was just because there's no grip, and since all of them are going, it's kind of like you're on ice just going wherever you want to go. So the snow tires help really dig in and go straight.
Alright, and then the braking. Let's talk about braking. You came to a stop much quicker. Like, it wasn't even any sliding that I saw. But how did it feel? Because I wasn't in the car.
So it was obviously a lot quicker. Also, there was minimal sliding. I think it slid a little bit. I don't know if it shows it in the clip. At least that's what I felt. So overall, it was a lot better to stop and a lot safer.
I guess I'll talk about the turning. I watched him go around the light pole again. It looked much smoother, even though he didn't really. I wanted him to get a nice tight 90-degree like turn, but he still went wide around it. I'm talking about it already, bro. You messed up. So overall, I think just putting on snow tires compared to summer tires. The only thing summer tires were good for was getting some good drifting. Even though it was not even as controlled as it could be.
And keep going off into the ditch. It sucks.
Yeah, putting the winter tires on controlled the drifting a lot more tighter circles, and better turning. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you understand why you should use your snow tires in the snow, besides the obvious fact that there's snow tires and it's snowy out.
Yep.
Alright, we'll catch you next time with another awesome video. Peace out. And then turning. How'd that go?
Turning.
Turning.
Redo that.
We did a turning test. Do you not remember the turning test?
So let's talk about the turning. We'll show that clip. What the hell's so funny about turning?
Well, Toya, any time of year, the weather that we experience today would make driving treacherous, but it was particularly dangerous today as we take a look at the roads, which are still very slick here tonight in West Bend. Particularly dangerous because people were not expecting the snow. And in Washington County, that had some extremely serious
Consequences.